Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to part number 5 of our Victorian mansion Let's Build. Is that what we're calling this thing nowadays? I guess so. Welcome back, guys. Last episode we made some cool changes, kind of squared away this part of the house. I think we're at a point where it looks pretty good. I don't think I've done anything on the house since last episode. I might have switched out a couple of these leaves for just like some different kinds of leaves. So I added some birch leaves and some spruce leaves to mix them in there, just so we get a little bit of a different color on those parts of the thing. So that has been added. Other than that, we're ready to just kind of continue right where we left off. So what I'm going to do to start off today is I'm going to finish off this roof here. Obviously only the front right now is complete, so we're going to have to kind of wrap this thing around and finish the entire thing. And then we'll kind of just continue working around this side here, start to fill in that wall, and then we'll get to something that we're going to add over there later on. So again, guys, thanks for the support on the Let's Build. You guys seem to be pretty or enjoying it, seem to like it a lot. I'm also enjoying it as well. It's really fun to just to come on and just go ahead and build a house, you know, just not have to worry about it. Obviously, as you guys know, building houses is my favorite thing to do in Minecraft. So you know, this is enjoyable for me, just kind of coming on here and just recording myself and just building. Just it's a sanctuary, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. So that doesn't really matter whether that's sideways or vertical, because it's just going to be covered up anyway by the stairs. And basically, I'm just going to kind of wrap this around. I guess it's a 7x7 square pretty much, so nothing to it. We're just going to kind of fill it in to get started here today. But as far as the house is concerned, I think, like I said, I'm going to work on just kind of finishing off some of these roofs and just right where we left off from last episode. I still think I have a few more things to do, guys, before I get to any floor plans or anything like that. So hopefully we'll get to that on episode 6. And as far as the length of this Let's Build is concerned, I'm thinking it's going to be anywhere from 12 to 15 episodes. I want this house to be relatively similar in size to the traditional mansion that I built back in September, so a while ago, right when Xbox One first came out or Minecraft first came out for Xbox One is what I should say. So I want to build it similar in total size, but it's going to take longer to build this one because it has more details. So I'm going to guess anywhere from 12 to 15 episodes if we do not include the interior, because there's probably not going to do any interior design building for the Let's Build, but I'll definitely, you know, fill in the interior, you know, obviously furnish the whole thing, and then maybe do a video just showing you guys what I came up with. So that's usually a pretty good plan for these Let's Builds. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some cobblestone walls and some anvils here, and we're just going to throw on those last couple of anvils just to kind of finish off that shape there. And that's pretty good for right now. We can just kind of move on to the next thing. I just want to make sure that I filled in some of that space. So I'm going to grab some regular stone. And as you guys know, this is going to be a flat roof for parts of it. Not the whole thing, but it's going to be flat for some parts. So I'm going to be using just regular stone to kind of fill in this roof here. And this is just going to be kind of like a place where you could potentially stand, right? So this is going to kind of be filled in throughout here and pretty much just all around the place. So you can kind of walk around up here. And I would say there's a good chance that I'll build some sort of staircase and make a door there. It's unlikely that I'll put it there because that's just kind of weird. It doesn't really line up well with the windows. It would just be strange, but I can surely give it a shot, give it my best effort. But let's just go ahead and kind of just take that around like that for now. And I'm actually just going to close this off for now. But you kind of get the idea. This is going to be kind of like a flat roof up here. But I think it'll eventually start to look pretty nice. So coming back over here, what I wanted to do was just kind of frame this wall here because we're going to start turning this. I wanted to frame this wall with a little bit of pillared quartz, and let's go ahead and just take this right back up. And this wall is basically just going to start turning in this direction, like however many blocks it needs to go down, which hasn't been decided yet. But the way we're going to decide that is by continuing this porch here. So what I'm going to do is just clear my inventory, and since we have some new blocks, this is the first episode since the last update, we can use dark oak wood planks as well. Also, we can use dark oak wood doors. So I'm actually going to go ahead and swap this out here, and I'm just going to kind of just take a second here just to fill some of this in. As you guys know, I like darker woods in Minecraft. That's just a personal preference. So I'm a big fan of dark oak wood. It's my favorite kind of wood, and I was really excited when it kind of just randomly got put into the game. I wasn't expecting it, really happy about that. So I can definitely start using it for some of these builds. And this is going to be kind of like the primary block we're going to use for the flooring of this build, I think. Because, again, like I said, it's one of my favorite blocks in the game. So I'm really glad they added it. I was using this a lot on my PC server to build stuff. Because on my PC server, I always like to experiment with things that aren't on Xbox yet, because obviously I can get used to them. So when they do come out on Xbox, I'll be able to implement them to my builds right away. So this right here needs to be switched out for some stone brick. So we're going to go ahead and grab that, go like that and that. Kind of swap that out. Those anvils are still going to stay right where they are. And then I forgot, I'm going to go ahead and throw in a dark oak wood door. I think I'm going to put it reverse like this, so it kind of opens outward from the inside. Just to give it a little bit more depth there. So really nothing too fancy. All right, so let's go ahead and move back over here. And I'm just going to start to take out this cobblestone, and by cobblestone I mean stone brick. I'm going to take that wall out several blocks, undecided how far exactly yet, but we're going to decide that right now. So obviously these railings that are disguised as anvils, those are going in 3 blocks in interval between the quartz, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump 3 more here, and I think I'm going to do 1 more like that, and then that'll be the close off point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some pillared quartz. I'm going to go ahead and break that and place 2 quartz blocks like that. We're going to grab some of these quartz stairs as well to kind of create this fancy shape here, which just kind of, again, puts like the little intervals between each one of those railings. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some cobblestone walls and just kind of take them up on top of the quartz here. And right here as well. That's perfect. And then what I want to do is place the pillared quartz on top of that. And you guys get the drill. This is the part that we did last episode. So again, same thing here. We're going to do the upside down stairs like this and like that. We're going to grab our quartz slabs, which we also need. Place those upside down here and then run the full blocks, or the regular slabs, right on top of this. And then the next thing we got to do is just follow the design straight down here. 2 levels of, what's this stuff called? Stone slabs. For whatever reason, I wanted to call them something else. I don't know why, but stone slabs. And then we got our stone brick slabs. So we're just going to take 2 layers of each, have these run down. And now what we can do is start to fill in this wall here. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the materials that I need, which is basically just 1 material, and that is, actually, hold on here. We should probably continue this lining of pillared quartz like that, and then everything else can get filled in with the smooth sandstone. That sounds like a much better plan here. We're just going to fill this up and down. Okay, guys, so we have this wall right here, which is looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I actually threw some doors down right here, 2 by 2 of doors, or 2 blocks wide, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw some black stained glass right above that. And then I'm going to take some smooth sandstone, just kind of fill in those last 2 blocks there. And that's going to be kind of like a wall right there, and that's going to be an entrance to the kitchen maybe on the side of the porch. So that sounds like a pretty good plan. And then the rest of this I pretty much can just fill in, I guess. We'll just kind of take that up and then bring it back down. Alright, so this is looking pretty solid, right guys? Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and place a block right here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab some stone bricks. I'm going to take this down with some stone bricks here. Not sure how far yet. And this is just going to be kind of like another wall in the building. So we have that right there. And I'm thinking I want to make it similar in, I guess, width to this right here. So 7 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to make that similar. Okay, so let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3. Actually, should I make that thing like right up against the wall there? That's a tough question. I think it'll be alright. It might look a little bit weird at first, but I think it'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can knock those 2 out right there. And what I'm going to do is just, again, we're going to fill the wall in first. I'm going to break that. We're going to fill the wall in first, and then we can add the detail once we just kind of get everything filled in. I think that's probably the best way to do things. So we'll take this up, and we'll just fill it on in, guys. And it's going to be something similar to what we had over there. Obviously not as tall, because we don't want it to be the prominent point in the building. When you're doing stuff like this, you want the front entrance to be kind of like the centerpiece. So that's obviously the tallest part of the building, and that's like clearly the front. You know, it defines itself as the front just by looking at it. So that's kind of like the goal with these things, is you want the build to, you want people to know exactly where the front is, like, you know, right when they see it. So anyway, let's go ahead and knock some windows out. So what I probably should do is take them 3 blocks above the ground so they line up with these windows here. And also another way I could do this would be to take the dark oak wood planks and then basically just take these, run them all the way down, bring this across right here, and then this would be where we could break open the windows. So the window would be broken open right here. And what I think I'm going to do for the window is I'm going to do 3x3. I think that'll look pretty solid. I don't think we have any 3x3 windows on this build yet, and I'm trying to make all the windows kind of different, so that should be good. And I'm going to also, you know, use the black stained glass, which has been a staple for the entire build. So we're going to do that. And then the next thing I'm going to do, let's add some detail to this real quick. I can definitely take some inspiration from earlier on in the build, so I think I want to add something like that right there. I really do like that. And then I think I'm going to do something a little bit different for the top of the window. But for down here, I'm definitely going to add something like that. So I'm going to throw some stairs upside down like that. Place some slabs and then go like that. And I think that looks pretty solid. Even though it is touching right there, I don't mind that. That's fine. I don't really have an issue with that. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and place some upside down slabs right there. Run a couple more across that. And then I think I'll just do that. I've done that design before. It's a pretty standard look. I think that looks pretty good as well. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is just kind of trim this entire window. Just kind of frame it with a little bit of pillared quartz. So we'll throw this in real quick. There we go. And anything else I could add to this? I could probably throw down some buttons here on just the sides of this part. Just add a little bit more detail. It can never hurt. So something like that, guys. That looks pretty solid right now. I might even make that thing 4x3 instead of 3x3. Because, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That looks a little bit stocky. It's a little skinny, or it's a little too fat for me. I want this window to be a little bit taller. So we're going to go 4x3. We should have the space for that on the interior, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Simple fix though, we're just going to add this, take this up one extra level here. Just do the exact same design. Run this across. And then we'll move these buttons up 1 block. And I think that's pretty much a deal right there. That looks a lot better. I like that. So I think we'll go with that, guys. That looks pretty solid. Okay. So the next order of business is to add some windows up here. And these windows should probably be lined up with this right here. So along this block here. So I'm just going to kind of follow my cursor. So do I want to do, I think I want to do 2 1x3 windows, or maybe 1x4. So I'll punch these out right here, I think. 1x3. Are they 3 here? Okay, yeah, so we're definitely going to do 1x3 since there are 3 there. And I think what I'm going to do is throw down some upside down quartz stairs and just do that similar design that we've had, that we pretty much just been doing for this entire build. So something like that. And then for this, I'm not sure if I want to use, yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with my full blocks here. I usually only use the stained blocks, or the stained glass panes, or whatever they're called, for like the top parts. So for example, I think I used it for this. And that was pretty much the only time I used it right there. Is that a full blocks, or is that stained glass? Or is that, sorry, glass panes. I don't know why I keep calling it stained glass. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on back over here. So this definitely needs some more detail to it. Couple of ways I could do this. I'm thinking about doing something like this. This might be interesting. Place some pillared quartz here, some upside down right there, and then in the middle there, I'm going to leave that as sandstone, and then put a upside down sandstone stair here. Gonna give that a shot. See how that looks. That looks pretty good. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that or not. Maybe it's because we don't have enough detail yet. So I think I'm going to do the exact same design I did down here, which is upside down. Yep. Okay. Sometimes that design looks a little bit tricky. So upside down stairs, and then a couple of slabs on the side, and then slabs underneath. That looks pretty good. I don't know if I like the middle part not being quartz. It doesn't really match very well. But I'm kind of trying to refrain from using too much quartz. We're going to leave it for now. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is take some of these slabs and just run them around, just kind of continue this design like that. And we have this weird lighting defect right there, but it's not there. I think it will be there though once we add the stairs above it. So let's test that theory. I'm sure it will be. So this will probably turn like that, and yep, just as I suspected, it's gonna add a little bit of a lighting defect there, which is, again, not the end of the world. So what I want to do is I want to do something a little bit different up here. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and break that. And I want to add some sort of like fancy roof design here. Not anything like we've done before. Something a little bit different. Not quite as tall, but just so this wall kind of sticks out a little bit more than it does. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to throw down a couple of quartz blocks right here. And I'm going to do 3 in the middle, I think. Does that look good? Or should I move that in a block? Thinking about moving that in 1 extra block here. Or maybe I could do 2 by 2 windows, or maybe I could do 3 windows and do something like that. That might look pretty good. Alright guys, so I looked at it for a second and I think I do like this. So what I'm going to throw down is a couple of glass panes like that. And I think I am going to do 3 windows of 1 block wide. The taller one being in the middle, which is kind of similar to what we did over there. Just trying to keep it consistent. And the next thing I'm going to do is throw down some slabs on top of this right here. And then I think I'm going to go upside down stair here and here. And then I think I'm going to go slabs there. And maybe another stair there. And that. Do that, something like that maybe. Sure, why not? We can always change it and make it look better later. I'm going to throw some extra slabs on the sides. Let's see how that looks from a distance. That looks alright. Looks kind of weird right now. We're going to definitely add a roof around it, so maybe it'll look better once we do that. I'm going to throw down a stair there and a stair right there. That stair might curve. Maybe it won't. We'll just leave it for now. And, okay, so we're probably going to continue this design here, so let's run the stone bricks down. We'll turn them this way. And the same thing goes right here. Run the stone brick stairs down. Okay, so wait. How should I connect that? I think I'll do that, and then I'll probably put a full block right there to connect that right there. Yep. That's good. And this will go down like this and turn. And then I think I'm going to grab some stone slabs. And then I'm also going to grab some anvils. We don't need a button anymore, so I'll just throw these anvils down here and right there. Alright, so now what? This is going to be tricky. Definitely going to be tricky. So if this right here would run straight through in theory and connect to there, and then this would be a stair, right? But then we got to figure this out because that's connecting to that, so we probably get to break those. And honestly, even here we could now we'll leave that. I don't really know. This is going to be a part where I'm just going to be mumbling to myself because this is going to take some thought. I'm thinking about throwing down some stairs right here, and then maybe continuing this, having this run straight through, and we'll stop it right there, I think. We could probably do some connecting slabs right there to kind of fill that shape. Oh, that's perfect. And then above this, what I might do is, whoa, wrong block. Throw that down there. I'm going to grab some cobblestone walls. And I think I'm going to place that there. And then the same thing goes for right here. And then this could be stairs. Let's see how this looks. Okay, I think we're on the right track. And then what I can do after this is continue this design. So this would run down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we can put our full blocks and then our 5. And then we're gonna add our cobblestone walls right here. But that's not all. We're gonna add more to this. So then I'm gonna do basically what I've been doing the entire build is alternate between stone bricks and stairs to kind of make these roofs a little bit steeper. And I think this should just connect nicely to the middle since it's an odd number. And hopefully this will work. Hopefully this won't be too much more effort here, and then it should look pretty cool. So let's cross our fingers. Okay, so that, and then again, rinse and repeat. We're gonna do full blocks like this, and then another level of stairs running around. Then I think we're good. I could probably just throw that down like that. Maybe do something. Oh, wait, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add the cobblestone walls. I was going to say, like, I wanted to do this all the way around, but I forgot to do it on this one. So, same thing goes right here. Just kind of break the edge, I guess, the edge stairs here, and replace them with the cobblestone walls. Just to kind of add that little bit of extra detail. And then maybe for good luck, I'll throw another cobblestone wall on the top, and maybe even another spruce fence. And as a matter of fact, I can use dark oak wood now. So I'll throw that on top instead. And we can replace these spruce with some dark oak wood. And then what I can do is add the cobblestone walls on this one, because I forgot to do that originally. Like that. And then I guess we'll do them here as well. And I think that's looking, hopefully it'll look pretty cool. It's different than the other two, for sure. But I don't mind that. I think that looks pretty solid, actually. So the next thing we would have to do would be to, and this is be the last thing we'll do today, guys, because I think we've made, again, some more good progress here. I know it's taken me a long time to kind of close out the front of this house. But again, it's a mansion. It needs a lot of detail. It needs a lot of work, so I will put a lot of work into it. And cobblestone or stone bricks. And I think I'm going to run down like one last wall right here. This is going to be like the last part of the front. And we'll do that next episode. And then this right here will probably go out an extra block here, since I just added that extra cobblestone and that extra quartz. I always am forgetting where stuff is, because every single time new blocks get added, it shifts where it is in the inventory. And it takes me a little bit of time to get used to it again. And it's, once again, it's taken me a while to get used to it. All right, so then this would go there. And then if I did that right, that should connect perfectly right there. And then this across right here. That's awesome. All right, sweet. So that's good. Am I missing anything? Is there any unsymmetrical things that I'm not noticing here? I think we're good. Just to add a couple of finishing touches to this thing for today's episode, I'm going to grab some hoppers as well. Where the hell are those things? Here we go. And I'm also going to grab some cobblestone walls again, like we've always been using. I'm going to add another one of those little storm drain things. And that's a good spot for it. I wanted to put it there because it kind of just it kind of just like puts a little bit of separation between that, and I think that looks pretty good. Plus it connects to the full block, so it's actually not floating there, not connected to anything. And then last but not least, I want to add some cobblestone, or some, I'm just calling everything cobblestone, I guess. Some sandstone stairs there, just to add a little bit more detail. And I think that looks pretty good. So obviously, another thing I do is throw down a little bit of bushiness here, just to kind of add some detail. And we're going to do more of this as we go. So maybe a little bit like that. Adding a little bit of detail to this place, maybe an extra block right there and there. And anything else I could do, maybe just a little bit of leaves draping along the side here. Not a lot, because it doesn't need a lot. But that's been kind of like a little feature throughout the house. And then, of course, off camera, I'll kind of mix it up with the other different kinds of leaves. But, guys, what do you think? Let me know what you think about this. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Again, we're continuing that positive momentum in the right direction here for this Victorian mansion. This thing is one hell of a build so far, that's for sure. Definitely a lot of detail to this thing. And next episode, guys, I'm just going to, hopefully I'll close off the front of the house and just kind of get that thing all finished up. And then we can start working on some floor plan. And then we'll kind of work our way off to the sides of the build and the back. And then, we'll go from there. So, again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the Let's Build. Much appreciated. It's been your friendly neighborhood Dan Lags doing the builds that I love. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.